You know what? Let's do overtime.
Bro, I swear that open just woke me up. Like I was falling asleep here at the desk. And hit me. Okay, all right, bro. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh man, well, already, man. Stop and check.
I'm awake, baby. I'm awake. Yes. Oh my God.
Vince Russo, man. Another week of Raw, man. How are you?
I'm all right, Dr. Chris. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I had a good weekend. My birthday is Friday. I love my birthdays. I mean, I love birthdays, but I love my birthday. Actually, my birthdays are one of my most exciting days of the year. I get super excited every year, and so it's going to be just continual celebration of me getting super excited every single week. And so, today was like, kind of like the first day in my mind of like my first day of the birthday week celebration.
Nice.
And yeah, man, good day. Just was really helpful in my job as a psychotherapist, and a really good day today. Saw 6 clients and was really got into some good stuff, man. My middle son, Ian, he actually helped my wife cook dinner tonight, so it was cool. All these good things.
Time out! Before the punchline, you got to let me add my good things. We both have to have all these good things before you get to the punchline. All right?
Let me give you the tag, man. Hot tag.
All right. I got to tell you, Chris, something amazing happened to me today, and as a lifelong wrestling fan, I know you will appreciate this. I know that you will. Mm-hmm. Bro, I swear to God, everybody knows, like, bro, I'm a Beatles mark through and through, and I am telling you, bro, I had a Lennon-McCartney experience today. Chris, the great Jim Johnston, the one and only Jim Johnston,
greatest composer in WWE history,
without a doubt, wrote an original song for russosbrand.com.
Nice.
Bro, this was a Lennon-McCartney moment. Bro, listen, I'm the first one to say there would have been no Attitude Era without Jim's music. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, bro. That music was a huge part of the Attitude Era. So Jim's been working on it today. He finalized it today. He sent it to me today. I was jumping through hoops. So that's how tremendous my day was. I'll take. Go ahead. Take it over, Chris. Go ahead.
And then comes Raw. Yes, indeed. Hey, man, that's a great grab, man.
Oh yeah, bro. Really, it meant everything to me. I am so excited. I'm going to try to get Jim to introduce it and talk about what went into it and what the thought process was. Very, very exciting for me, bro.
Yeah, it was one of my bucket list items to interview Jim Johnston, and I had an opportunity to do that about 2 or 3 months ago. So
yes,
and he actually played Taker's theme music live on the show.
Oh wow, that's awesome! That is awesome.
Turned over to his piano and started playing Taker's music live.
That is awesome, man. That's awesome.
It was really cool. Definitely a check on the checklist. I always wanted to interview him because I always respected him. Like, we have this Warrior Award and things like that. Is given to people who like the unsung heroes of the WWE. And one of the first people I thought of was Jim Johnston. I mean, I think that he deserves to have that type of award. Talk about unsung heroes in the WWE before he got released a few years back. Jim Johnston is the pinnacle, the premier person, the blueprints of someone who was an unsung hero in the WWE.
Yes. And there were many of them, bro. There were a lot of them.
Sure.
Another guy that comes to mind, nobody knows who he is, but his name was Richard Curtis. Okay. And I used to call him King Curtis. He was actually a magician by trade. Bro, this was the guy that did all the special effects. Nice. This was the guy that was flawless. You know, you needed Taker to disappear out of the casket. Yeah. You needed to bury the live match. You know, it was all Richard Curtis. Nice. Yeah, bro, so many unsung heroes at WWE.
Indeed. Well, Vince, you know, you're going to give me a few timeouts, man. I was so unenthused with this Raw show. That I was just working on a project, and I was just like, man, I'm just like, I was on my phone. I was just, you get the advantage to have your Russoites on your show with having a watch along. I just got to grin and bear it, man.
Well, Chris, also, I think I told you this. I do live karaoke during Raw.
Nice.
Yes, so if you cheer 500 bits. Or if on YouTube you donate $5, I karaoke the song of your choice at any time. Doesn't matter what's on the show. Anytime I break right into the karaoke. Nice. Now, Chris, please help me with this. I am being dead serious. Off the bat, I'm watching this Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce promo about Chris. I was so confused with Money in the Bank qualifiers, and then there's a last chance qualifier, and then there's a battle royal to get. I was so confused with what was going on that, bro, I didn't care. Now, Chris, I know I'm old. I understand that. Am I the only one that was confused of qualifiers and a requalifier? And I didn't know what the heck was going on, Chris.
Yeah, I think it was just really, I think that was a really bad way to start the show because it really caused even more confusion because essentially what happened was, okay, somehow because of unforeseen circumstances, so the last chance is the end of the show. It's the main event. Randy Orton's a part of the last chance, but Randy Orton was gone because he was out of the match because of unforeseen circumstances. And because he was out, there was a last chance battle royal to be a part of the last chance main event. And somehow Riddle wasn't a part of this battle royal, but Mansoor was, and the Viking Raiders was, and Cedric Alexander was, and all of these people were. But for some reason, Riddle didn't make the cut. That didn't make sense. So he's playing in the front in the beginning of the show, backstage, faking a letter that he's in the match. And to me, I'm like, all of this is just such a waste of time. Because it doesn't make sense at all.
I was so
out of all of the people who were in this match, Riddle, he was just United States champion just some months ago, just a few months ago. Somehow he didn't make the cut to be in the match. He had to plead for it. It was just a bunch of confusion and chaos from the very beginning.
So how do you open up a show with that much confusion?
Yeah. It was just weird. And Riddle's fighting for Orton, but he beat Drew last week to get in the Money in the Bank match. But he wants to fight and win because of Randy and pretend that he was Randy. It didn't make sense at all to me because it's like Riddle's already in the Money in the Bank match. Why don't you just give that spot to like a Damian Priest or something like that? At least he would go over and be in the main event spot. But essentially, it's just so confusing.
I still don't, bro. Even with you explaining it, I have no idea what we're talking about. I really don't, bro. I have no idea.
And at the end of the day, Riddle's already in the Money in the Bank match, and he's fighting on behalf of Randy Orton, who was gone. So I guess if he would have won, Randy would have still been in the match, in the last chance match. And if he would have won the last chance match, Randy Orton would have been in the Money in the Bank match. So he did everything for Randy Orton today.
I'm tapping out, bro.
It's just,
that's my tap. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Here's the crazy part of it. At the end of the day, he still lost the main event. So none of this meant nothing. It was just a waste of time at the end of the day.
Right.
So, yeah.
A 30-minute main event, no less.
Yes, indeed. In a 20-something minute, whatever it was, the Battle Royal. So at the end of the day, although he was Randy Orton's proxy, he still lost. So.
Bro, you know what else too? Like, you know how like I tell you, man, as a writer, you know, bro, yes, bro, you got to have the comedy spot in the show. It's got to be the right person doing it.
Yeah.
But you know what I realized, because we actually saw them on the same show today? This is what's wrong. This is what would never happen on my dime. Bro, Riddle and Truth are the same exact character.
Yeah.
They're literally, one's black and one's white, but they're literally playing the same character on the show, bro.
Like a buffoon, essentially.
Yeah, like you can't do that, bro, on the same show.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense at all. And I think R-Truth has that spot on lock and has been for a number of years now. So I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Truth just seems like a second rate. I mean, Riddle just seems like a second rate R-Truth.
Bro, I'm just hoping to me, the only way to save face by all this, with all this, is that it's been a work and a ruse all along by Riddle. He wanted everybody to think that he was stupid and dumb with the scooter. But at the end of the day, whether it's a big match for the title or whatever it is, whether it's screwing Orton, whatever it is, we see the real guy, and it was a ruse, and I worked you all. And bro, to me, that's the only thing that would make me care about this.
Yeah, it would make some type of sense, but yeah. And the Battle Royal, we did get to see R-Truth. It's been a R-Truth sighting. And Akira Tozawa, he lost the 24/7 championship to R-Truth, he lost it to Gulak, who lost it to R-Truth, who lost it back to Akira Tozawa. It's like, I was thinking in my head, like, is Akira Tozawa the longest reigning 24/7 champion? Because for a number of weeks they just took that thing gone. I thought it was like officially gone.
Yeah,
but I mean, I guess there's more kind of subset, you know, segments within a segment of this 24/7 thing. You know, the only reason why I can bear it is because I'm such a big R-Truth fan. I mean, he's put so much in the business, and I just like the guy. I've talked to him on the phone before. He's just a nice guy. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, what's the purpose of it now? It just doesn't.
That's. I mean, bro. Yeah, I mean, we've beat the horse to death. I love R-Truth, bro. Great dude. I worked with him for a long time at TNA. Great dude, but they've beat the horse to death. I mean, like, okay, let's move on to the next thing. That's got nothing to do with whether or not we're fans of R-Truth.
For sure.
They've beaten it to death, bro.
Yeah, it's got to go, man. It's really no purpose for this 24/7 championship anymore.
Yeah,
we did see gender. There was a gender sighting in the Battle Royal. There was no Shanky and Cranky, though.
There were, no Shanky Crank. But they're still with the company, right? They were not in the list of cuts, were they?
No, they weren't in the list of cuts. No Shanky and Cranky. They're still there. They're in Bermuda, I think, right? I think they're doing
with the T-bar, crowbar,
and handbar.
And handlebar.
Yeah. Handlebar? Is he a new gimmick? I thought handbar was with him. It's like,
they're all in the Bahamas on vacation.
Where'd Handball go? Handlebar is here.
Handlebar. I thought he was always with them. Handlebar. No, I just threw that out there.
You threw a Handbone out there, and now you threw out a Handlebar.
Handlebar. Yeah.
And so it's like Handlebar. Handbone is like the replacement of. He's like, remember Demolition back in the day? Like the beginning was. Oh gosh, it was the. One of the Moondog Rex, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
And so like the Moondog, he's got to step aside, and then you got to bring it in.
Yeah. And what happened to where was Mantar and Ali tonight? No Mantar and
they were in the Battle Royal.
Oh, this shows you how much attention I paid.
Yeah, they were in the Battle Royal because
they couldn't join forces and get that big W, bro.
Yeah, so in the Battle Royal, Mansoor was like turning his back, and then Ali got upset because Mansoor almost got eliminated, and he was like mentoring him, saying you got to watch you can't turn your back, and then Mansoor was kind of listening to him. And as soon as he turned his back, Ali got eliminated. I mean, Ali eliminated Mansoor. So, but I don't remember how Ali.
Oh, Ali eliminated. I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's got main event written all over it.
All over it, man. Ali versus Mansoor, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's the big one. That's the big one.
Anywhere.
Oh, bro, that's the big one. The big one.
It's the big one. At least it's the big one. Yeah. We get Nikki Cross defeating Shayna Baszler. This is 8:00 at night. Okay, granted, maybe this is on purpose because it's the summertime and kids may be up. I know my kids are a little up. Oh, is there a segment I missed? I told you I missed the segments. What I missed? What I missed, Vince?
See, you see, listen, whoever's listening to this show, Dr. Chris, I think is very bitter. There is never anything positive. So I have to be the balance.
Okay.
If there's a positive, I've got to throw it out there.
What happened? Please.
Bro, at least we decided to lose the ridiculous blue makeup.
Yes, I did notice that. Okay. I give it to
you. Bro, seriously, we talk about confusing, right? I'm being dead serious again. What was that promo? What was the point of that Nikki Cross promo, bro?
She changed her name kind of to Nikki ASH, and it means almost a superhero.
Like, seriously, let's stop for a minute. How does that even get discussed, let alone approved?
Right. I just
almost a superhero.
Yeah. And who's like, what's the demographic that she's trying to reach here? Like that. When I think of it, when I saw that promo, I thought in my head, like, where's the reach here? Like, who are we trying to reach? The median. Last time I wrote a long piece about it a few years back, and the median age was like 54 at the time. And so I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, and it's not too far away from that. Because the 18 to 49 demo is not very strong in WWE. And so if it's 50, 51, 52, 53, 8 o'clock at night, Vince, please help me as a former WWE writer. You were there every week. If this, so the conversation is Nikki Cross pitched this idea. And as many ideas that are pitched throughout the day, I've interviewed over 300 wrestlers, and so many of them, most of them, have told me about a pitched idea that Vince McMahon, or really ideas that Vince McMahon didn't want anything to do with. Why did this one pass the test? How did this one get through the ringer, Vince?
Well, I'll give you the joke first, and then you want the joke first, or you want the serious answer first? Which one you want first?
Close us up with the joke because we're gonna
bro. Here's the serious answer, and I'm being dead serious now. I worked with him for a very long time, bro. There are no storylines on Vince McMahon's watch that are very. I want to make sure I pronounce the word right. Cerebral.
Cerebral.
Yeah. Cerebral. Mm-hmm. They're not. Vince McMahon does not come up with storylines that are cerebral. By that, I mean there are levels. They take time to play out. You've got to think about them. Ed Ferrara and I did a lot of that because we controlled it. He didn't write that. We wrote it. We knew where we were going. We knew the levels, Rock joining the corporation and all that. We wrote that stuff. Mm-hmm. When we left and prior, bro, Vince McMahon is entertained by very visual slapstick third grade comedy. Like he really is, bro. That's bro. I'll never forget the week we left. The first thing Vince McMahon did when Russo and Ferrara wasn't there, he had some kind of a match that somehow, some way, Davey Boy Smith wound up in dog crap. That's
yeah.
Right. The week after we left, that's Vince McMahon, that sophomoric humor that he just thinks is so funny and entertaining, which is really, really weird. I think this is one of those things where, she's wearing the mask and she's got all this energy and she's this little superhero. And I think Vince likes it, and bro, somebody's got to like it to put him over Shayna Baszler.
Yeah. And kind of over Charlotte, and kind of over Rhea Ripley.
Right.
Somebody, and kudos to Nikki Cross. I mean, she's just riding the wave. There's there's nothing. I can't be upset with her. She's winning matches. She's riding the wave. But at the same time, it's like, I'm a therapist, man. So I always look at the end game. I'm looking at the end game, and I'm saying this is this seems like just a flash in the pan to me. I don't see Nikki Cross, the almost superhero world champion. I don't see. I mean, like, there's only a few weeks left, Vince, before fans come back, and it's like, I don't see this working, man. I see fans crapping all over this. I don't see it.
Chris, that's a really, really good point that you bring up there, because how much other stuff are they going to crap on? Like, is Alexa Bliss a babyface now?
I was thinking the same thing during that match. I'm like,
what is all that with Alexa Bliss? Jilly, is it Jilly? What's the
Lily?
Lily's gone, right? Yeah. Lily's gone. So now the magic powers weren't there, and now she's helping almost a super. Oh my God, bro! Yeah. What is that reaction going to be in front of a live crowd?
I could just see the crowd just like sitting down and looking at this and saying, like, what? And we saw before when you did she's putting people in trances now. She's causing people to slap other people. I mean, is that is she going to get popped for that? Like, is she going to get a pop for, like, if fans are in the crowd and they're seeing this whole thing, like, oh yeah, yeah. She's going to slap her. She's going to slap her. Yeah.
Hold on, Chris.
Oh, come on.
Obviously, you haven't been to a wrestling show in a long time.
Oh, I haven't. I was supposed to go to WrestleMania, but I had
COVID. The minute she makes Reginald slap himself, this is going to be what's going to be echoing throughout the arena, Chris. Yes!
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, come on, Chris. Get with
Very
it.
nice.
Get with it,
Very
bro.
nice.
Get with the time.
Man, I'm totally just out of the loop, man. I'm out the loop, man. This is awesome chance where she causes Reginald to slap
Himself.
Nia Jax.
Himself, maybe.
Oh, he's slapping himself.
He's
He's slapping himself. Oh no!
Oh.
I'm in a trance. I'm in a trance. Oh, oh man!
Oh, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, Chris? What are we doing with this shit?
I know we got a face to face with Kingston and MVP. Was there a segment backstage before
No,
that?
there wasn't. But my I've got in big capital letters here. This went on forever, bro, forever. Like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, I thought it was just going to be a face to face, but it started with Kofi doing the promo first, and then MVP coming out, him doing the promo, and then all of a sudden Kofi comes out, gives the Trouble in Paradise because you're faking a knee injury. You're not. I know I'm not. I can't. I'm cleared. I can't do anything. Okay, well how about now? How about? And again, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I mean, where am I buying into this? I don't understand.
Bro, you look at this whole show. Seriously. Look at anybody listening to this show now. You got people in the chat room. Real simple. This is a 3-hour show. This is what Dr. Chris just said. Where's the heat?
Right.
Where is there any heat on this entire show? Where's the heat?
No, none. There's none. I mean, this is one of the most non-compelling. I mean, the star power just seems so just reduced and just minimal. And like, it's sad because again, Drew McIntyre alone, just by his physique, by his, I'm not a big fan of the entrance, but his theme music. I mean, everything about Drew just is already in the making a star. But even Drew felt like one of the guys.
I got to tell you, Chris, with that, we're now on to, week 7 of our Braveheart Scotland promo. Bro, yeah. I honestly believe now, okay, Drew is now in rib territory. This is now a rib. It's gone on too long. And bro, the way he's selling this, I can almost tell that he knows it's a rib, and he's purposely trying to get it over to shove it up there. You know what? This to the television viewer, bro, this is coming across as one giant rib now.
It really is, man. It really is, and it's like, and again, is this some just type of play project, or are we really trying to compel viewers? I mean, I think about this when I look and listen to Raw. I'm like, are we really trying? Like, are they really trying to attract new viewers? Like, their retention is terrible. Like, they're embarrassingly under 2 million. Like, the flagship show, Vince, is under 2 million viewers on a Monday night at a primetime spot.
And Chris, from what I keep hearing too, bro, do you know Monday Night Football is now going to be 2 games?
No, I didn't know that.
Bro, 2 games because they increased the schedule. So there's going to be back-to-back games on. Wow. Where are they going to watch Shanky and Cranky?
Right, exactly.
2 football games on. When are we turning over to Shanky and Cranky, bro?
I'm a huge Titans fan, and I'm thinking like Shanky and Cranky, Mansoor and Ali, Titans. Like, oh man,
we're going into July. We're right around the corner from Monday Night Football.
Oh yeah.
Then what? Then what?
It's going, and the Olympics is coming up, and it's just like it's going to be pretty tough, man. It's really going to be tough, and there's going to be. I mean, baseball is around, and it's like I don't see, because I remember back in the day when they would really make an effort to compete against what was around. You know what I mean?
Of course, right?
Football, basketball, baseball. They would really spend the time to compete against,
Right, bro. We weren't like, bro, when we knew we were up against Monday Night Football or a big NBA game or whatever, we weren't just going to concede.
Yeah.
We were going to throw the kitchen sink, bro. If we lose, we lose, but we're going to throw the kitchen sink.
For sure. Yeah, and I've seen at least for a good decade now, when something like that happens, or they have a game or something like, they just phone it in. And I'm just like, why are you phoning this in? It's like, to me as a viewer, it's showing that you're not confident enough in your product. You're just phoning it in.
Chris, think about the mentality of that. I could always relate to you with the good old Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm.
What team in that division doesn't have a chance of beating the Buckeyes in that division? Like who's the weakest team in the conference?
Indiana haven't beat them in over 30 years.
Oh, Indiana?
Indiana, like 88, I think was last
time. So that's literally like if Indiana has a game against Ohio State and hasn't beaten them in 30 years.
Yeah.
That's like Indiana not trying, where bro, like 30 years, they need to end that. They need to. When you think about the psychology of just phoning it in and and accepting the loss, like who does that, bro?
Yeah, I 100% agree. And that's a really good analogy too, because every year, I think it was 88 was last time he had been him, so 33 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, you go one of the longest streaks in college football history of a team of lopsided, streak there. And so it's like Indiana, they're still with the aim of every year beating them.
Right.
And there's been some close calls over the past few years of Indiana almost beating Ohio State. At least last year they came back against Ohio State. And so, they still have like, they're not going into the competition. They're not going into the matchup saying, "Oh man, it's been over 30 years, man.
Yeah, play the second string, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put
the kicker at quarterback, bro.
Yeah, I think what's the recruit's name? Yeah, go ahead and bring him. Yeah, go ahead and bring him in. I know he's not.
Bro, is Rudy on the side? Rudy at running back.
Rudy. Yeah, he's in a concession stand. Go ahead and bring him down. As soon as he comes down, go ahead and put him out there. It's just you don't have that type of mentality. You're like, listen, we're going to win this year.
Right.
And with Raw, unfortunately, it's not that deal. It's like we're just going to phone it in. When we it's the Olympic tryouts now. Oh, we're going to phone it in. Walking Dead's premiering. Oh, we're going to phone it in. It's the NHL. It's the NHL playoffs. We're going to phone it in. Oh man, it's the NBA champions, NBA finals. Oh yeah, we're going to phone it in. It's like it gets to the point now, and this is from a psychological standpoint where you keep shifting things and you get into more of a victim mentality. And so at the end of the day, I can just see WWE every week finding something to phone it in for. And it's like, it could be just the smallest thing. Oh, wait a minute. So Blue's Clues is debuting tonight. We're just going to phone it in. Wait
a minute, bro. The Blue's Clues are doing a show with the Wiggles, bro.
There you go. We got to phone it in, man.
It's brutal.
We got to phone it in, man.
Brutal.
Then we get Eva Marie, Dewdrop against Asuka and Naomi. I knew I was going to miss.
Bro, you're the psychologist. You gotta walk me through this.
Okay.
So Dewdrop screwed Eva Marie last week.
Yes.
Made Eva Marie look stupid. Eva Marie took the pinfall 1, 2, 3. But Eva Marie declares we're going to do this again. We're going to do this again and get it right this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they do it again.
Yeah. And again, it just where's the rhyme and reason to this? Where's the logic in this? I don't understand. I really don't get it. It's like, okay, I had a friend, well, I had a protege who I was just kind of taken through the ringers, and then it was, and so then he realizes, okay, yeah, I think I'm getting worked. So what happens is I make it official. I say, okay, he's working me. He's the protege's thinking in his head, oh yeah, I'm getting worked. And so I continue to work him, thinking I got him. And then he works me. He ends up working me. Right.
Right.
I'm like, I can't believe this. I just got worked by the protege. Right. Okay, you got me. Okay, nice. Okay. All right, I concede. Oh, but wait a minute. Next week, though, you and I, one again, we're going to team up again. We're going to do one more time. You know, just like
and this time I'm going to get over on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna work you now.
Oh my!
Oh, but wait, he worked me again because he actually won the match, and it's just like,
Whoa.
Here's out of this whole segment, Vincent. Shout out to Travis Berg with the $3 super chat.
Travis is a big fan of all my chats. Travis,
very nice.
You got to do this, Chris. When you say it, you got to do Travis Berg. You got to give him one of those. That's what he's using.
Travis Berg with the $3 super chat, bro.
Very nice, very nice. The great Travis Berg. The great Travis Berg.
Well,
do you want to know what Travis Berg's job was?
What was it?
Think about this, Chris. I mean, we're here regular on the show. Bro, in the height of COVID, okay, Travis Berg's job was to go literally in the hospital in COVID-affected areas and clean out the area. That was Can you imagine that, Chris? That's what Travis Berg did, bro.
You're the Iron Man, Travis.
Yes,
Berg.
Absolutely.
You're
yes,
the Iron Man.
Yes. But I actually, on second thought, I think I'd rather do that than watch Raw.
Oh, 100%.
With no mask. With no mask.
Yes, indeed. Just maxless. Yeah, just unsanitary and everything. It's more sanitary than Raw is.
Chris, is anybody going to say, can we start with Eva Marie? Oh, precious Eva Marie. Can somebody just say, nope, I ain't going to do that? Can somebody say that, please?
I'm hoping that I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and it's hard to do this, and I don't even know if I can even do that. I'm sorry, I can't even really. I tried to, but I can't. I don't see an end game with this. I don't see it. I was going to say maybe that both of them know, and maybe even Marie knows, and give them the benefit of the doubt. And I'm hoping that she does. But at the end of the day, every week is a new week. Plans drop of the dime nowadays. So I'm just not. I'm not confident enough that whatever's going on now will follow through.
Bro, Chris, the end game is it's just going to stop. Yeah. It's going to stop like the doll. It's going to stop like it's just going to stop. Yeah. What, bro? We're going into July. By August 1st, and I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt because that's 4 weeks, bro. Yeah. By August 1st, it will be over and this will end. But in 4 weeks.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely would not at all surprise me. It just wouldn't. Ricochet, again, please, if there's any backstage, I saw the backstage segments, but I didn't even note it. I was just like, I'm just tired of these segments. It's just getting so redundant. Ricochet. Oh yeah, there was a segment with that. There was the drip, the drip stick, and Ricochet had the mic, and
the woman announced that this, and Ricochet was there, and
Yeah. And then he does a magic trick. He had a mic, and now I've got a dripstick, and this dripstick is okay. So then they go against each other. Exciting match. I mean, you know, with both of them together, those are the two most athletic people in all of WWE. So the match wasn't bad. It's just at the end of the day, it's like you do this slingshot crossbody spot. And I was like, man, you know, I know that you know about the bells and whistles to make those things work. There had to be a crash pad.
Oh no,
you know,
and you know it, like you know it, and the fact that you're not showing us, come on, bro.
Yeah. There just had to be, and it's like all that led to a double count out. It's like, who got over here, Vince?
Where's the heat, bro?
Yeah. There's
who got over? Where's the heat?
Yeah.
These are the three questions, because we're going to get this into the next match. Who got over? What's the heat? Who are the baby faces and who are the heels?
Yeah.
Those are the four big questions. Bro, those four questions are your whole show.
Yeah.
Who got over? Where's the heat? Who are the baby faces? Who are the heels? We don't know the answers to any of that. Because I swear to God, I thought the Bouncies were baby faces.
I did too.
But now they're going out there with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. But Charlotte's a heel, and Natalya and Tamina were heels, but they kind of went over to the babyface route, but not like very much, but kind of. So they're kind of baby faces. Charlotte is definitely a heel, but she teams up with them. Rhea was kind of a heel this week, kind of a baby face. Now she's doing heelish things to go with Mandy and Dana Brooke, the Bouncies, who were kind of baby faces, but now kind of heels. It just
I'm confused. And Chris, before we get into this match, because there's something I'm going to say about this match, and I'm just going to say it. I've been holding back, but I'm just going to say it for Sportskeeda. But before we do, bro, what a lackluster, bouncy entrance!
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I was like, what? Like you guys haven't been on in weeks, and bro, they have to be watching our show, and they're pissed off at us, bro. You can't give us that lack of. What the fuck? I was like, what? That's it?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
The drum roll and everything, and you guys come out.
Yeah.
What?
And Dana Brooks holding her hand on her hips, like it just walking down.
Horrible bouncy entrance.
Like, come on, Dana. Now you know good or well that your whole gimmick is the bouncy.
Come on. What a letdown that was, bro.
Yeah, it was a big letdown, because they usually do the bouncy gimmick on the ramp, and then they go down, and then they do the bouncy gimmick on the ring. You know,
they phoned in the bouncy gimmick.
They
bro.
did. They did. I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, clearly the WWE's keeping tabs on Legion of Raw, because it's interesting that's especially Dana Brooke. That was her whole gimmick, and it went from that to just some hands on the hips type of deal. Just very mediocre, mundane. Just lackluster entrance. And so, yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Chris, I've got to say this, and like I can't even like put my finger on it, and I don't know what it is with me, but it's like I got a real issue, bro. I'm just gonna say it, like, bro, I cannot stand Rhea Ripley's look. I can't. I don't know what it is, bro. I can't stand the look. I hate it. It is such a turn off. I don't know, bro. This isn't Tina Turner from Thunderdome. Remember Tina Turner? Yeah, remember that? Okay, bro. I'm buying that.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're. Bro, I can't stand her look. I'm sorry, man. I just
and the thing is about that is that she's pretty, like beyond all the makeup and stuff like that. Like, you know, if you just, you know, go over to her Instagram and look at her life, you know, with her boyfriend, and like it's a really cool life. You know what I mean? See, a lot of her stuff is just working out, you know, just okay, yeah, cool. I mean, give me some of that, you know what I mean? And it's just
I don't. There is such a lack of a disconnect with me, man. I
Canada Spaceman agrees. Travis Berg with the $2 super chat, bro.
Yeah.
My hair is longer than Ripley's, Travis said.
It's just
my
hair is bad, like, oh, it's just a bad look, man.
Yeah. I think that I would hope. See, and it was some older poster I saw. It wasn't too old. It was probably within the past couple of years. Rhea was still in NXT, and her hair was much longer. I was like, and she didn't have all the black going on here. And I was like, see, that Ripley is like, that was compelling to me. Like do that type of gimmick. And it was really cool. But now I agree with you. It's just something. I think maybe the short hair, perhaps.
Yes, it just does not work for me. And
it just didn't. I agree. It doesn't work for me either. I'm looking at different pictures of Rhea Ripley to show you, because I know you didn't watch NXT.
No, I didn't.
So I'm looking at like older pictures. Here's one. Here's a this is from WWE.com of an older picture of her. And she doesn't look too bad here. Let me see. I'm gonna share the screen real quick. See, that was her probably a few years back.
Yeah.
Longer hair. See, look, none of the makeup.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it wasn't like a lot of cake, that like a lot of playing the makeup gimmick. It just wasn't all that. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, you know, kind of like a rocker type of deal. And that was it. You know what I mean? And it worked, you know, to me. I think so. Yeah. And then she could now she's got the big cut hair, and now she's got the black, you know, super black caked in makeup and stuff. And so, yeah, I agree. I'm not a big fan of it. And the thing is, I used to be real high on Rhea Ripley when she was in NXT. I thought she was really cool. When she was a heel at first, when she was feuding with Toni Storm in NXT UK, that was cool. She really didn't have much of an identity when she was in the Mae Young Classic. It wasn't really there yet. But when she kind of grew into somebody during her NXT UK run, and then she went over to NXT, you know, America NXT. And she started to get more of a babyface type of role because she was a heel in the UK. And so as a babyface, it really worked. She was feuding with Shayna Baszler, I think it was. And so, yeah, it was really cool. I mean, like, she won the title. It went over. Like, fans, you know, popped really hard. And then when she lost it to Charlotte, I think she kind of went downhill from there. I think that was really kind of like the downfall of her character. So, yeah. And then she started cutting her hair even more and even more. Like it seems like every time I saw her, like every week, it started to get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. I'm just like, oh, no, don't do this. Oh. So, yeah. I mean, what is it to you that doesn't click to you?
Well, bro, first of all, like, bro, again, these are the problems we're having. Bro, the one she reminds me of the most is Ruby Riott.
That's true.
And you let Ruby Riott go. So you want her to look like a girl you let go?
Yeah.
Like, I don't shit, bro, the same haircut, the same makeup, everything. It's like Ruby Riott was a little smaller. I mean, she's, you know, Rhea Ripley's got a much bigger presence, but it was basically the same thing.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. It just doesn't Unfortunately, it doesn't click to me. And I was really holding on a lot to Rhea Ripley, and again, what got me on her newest run is that they just shot her to the moon. It was just she came into the main roster and came in on a promo to Asuka and beat her at WrestleMania. It's just like that's all it takes. I just have to cut a promo to get a WrestleMania title match.
Bro, you should have given me with Rhea Ripley and that Aussie accent, okay? You should have given me Olivia Newton-John in Greece, the straight lace Olivia Newton-John, hopelessly devoted to you, as a heel.
Okay.
That's what you should have given this goody, the whole 9 yards. And that's what, but you're repeating characters. God, they can't even come up with ideas for fresh characters, bro.
Yeah. And speaking of characters, I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss this point. Why in the world are they treating and booking Asuka the way that they are? I mean, you literally have a person for a year and a half didn't lose a match, and she now is jobbing out to Dewdrop.
Bro, this is what's happening, bro. And if you really pay attention to the show, you'll see it. There's cycles of winning, and then there's cycles of losing. I mean, that's what it is. If they give somebody a bunch of wins, okay, bro, now it's time to beat them. They'll go through a series of losses. Then that's what they do, bro, across the board.
Yeah, a few months back we even did that. We did the stats, and a lot of them, was in the 50%. It's just, it is 50-50 booking, man.
That's it, man. That is it.
It's so crazy to see that stuff. I mean, they've been just like, you had to, like, even Goldberg tweeted about Asuka's streak, and you had all that momentum, and for the sake of losing to Charlotte at WrestleMania, that's alone to me was like the death knell for her character. It's like why Charlotte didn't need that rub. She didn't need the rub, and I would have kept Asuka's going. I would have kept her winning streak going. That really could have led to a WrestleMania main event. Her streak against Ronda Rousey, I think that would have been really, really cool. You really could have done something with her gimmick, with her feud. And now what happens with the WWE is like, okay, we want to draw some momentum with somebody, and then Vince changed his mind last minute. Yeah, I don't know that person. Who is this person? Explain. It's doing too much to explain them. Take them off, and then they're kind of salvaging it to Vince. Is like, let's just keep him on the show, but he wins this week, he loses this week, and it's like it's 50-50.
Bro, look at my God. We kind of went over it. We kind of glossed over it, but look at Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Oh my God, bro, she was running from a doll who is no longer on the show, by the way. They never tie that up. Now she's losing to Nikki Cross because Nikki Cross is a superhero now. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah. Just loss after loss after loss. Why would you use a heel like Shayna Baszler, who can legit beat anybody in that locker room? She's a legit MMA fighter. Like, she came from the MMA. She can put anybody in some type of Kimura and make them squeal. And like, you're having her lose consecutively to Nikki Cross. And again, I like Nikki Cross, as a character, as a competitor. I'm not sold on the character, not one bit, but I'm glad that she's getting an opportunity. And it's like, but at the end of the day, why would you sacrifice a ready-made heel or just ready-made character? Shayna Baszler, we've even talked about writing with Russo with the Eva gimmick. Like, she could even be a good babyface. Why would you sacrifice that commodity for an almost superhero trial period?
Bro, that's the thing that a lot of people don't see, Chris, and a lot of people will never understand. Bro, all it takes is her saying one wrong thing in the back. Like, bro, literally, I don't like that idea. Bro, that's all it takes. You something like that, bro, you could be looking at months of jobs. I mean, literally, that's how it works, bro.
Yeah. Sad to see. So we mildly talk about this the triple threat match. Ryker defeats Elias in the strap match. Cool that Ryker gets a win. But again, I mean, what is this? I mean, where does Ryker go from here? Is he going to be some type of big baby face now? He's still like
you want to know something? I'm watching Ryker, and obviously, I booked him for a really long time. Okay, and I'm looking at Ryker. And the look and the strap and, he got the new gear and everything else. And like, bro, if I'm booking, I could make you believe that Ryker, I could make you believe this is going to have a competitive match, could have a competitive match against Lashley, and Lashley would have to kill him to beat him. Like, bro, you tell the whole military background, bro, you got to kill this guy. I mean, that would be the right. But even when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking to myself, bro, why do I even want to see that? Like, where is Bobby Lashley's heat?
True.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I even want to see somebody take Lashley at what is Bobby Lashley done to make me hate him?
Vince, I want to be Bobby Lashley. Like he's the world champ with a bunch of money, with a bunch of girls around him. How is that getting heat? Like, who you want to be Bobby Lashley? Like, can I join? You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that now because I'm happily married. But if I was a single man, hey, can I join you? Hey, can we get some champagne? Can we get some champagne?
Bro, I'm telling you, that's why I'm like, it's God, this is all so off kilter, bro.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, there's no heat with Bobby Lashley. Like, I want to be a part of the Hurt Business. Like, do I have to join the Hurt Business to get this time? The girls in the champagne? Like, let me join the Hurt Business.
Speaking of the Hurt Business, are they in the Caribbean as well?
Ooh, so Shelton Benjamin was in the Battle Royal. He was in Battle Royal, and so someone said Cedric Alexander. Both of them.
Okay, all right. So they were in the big Battle Royal. Okay.
Yes, they had to come from the trip to get the Battle Royal spot, and they were not happy about that. So, but Shanky Cranky, T-Bar, Crowbar, Hambone, and now Handlebar is now the trip.
Yeah,
Handlebars, he's there. Drew McIntyre wins the Last Chance. Oh goodness, is there a segment?
Bro,
but I'm missing Vince.
What about Riddle trying to do the key thing?
Randy, yeah.
Oh my God, bro! Like, oh,
you wonder why you had to TO me a few times. I just didn't even write the segments down.
Just horrible, horrible, Chris. Chris, can I say something, bro? It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It really is, bro. Can you imagine, bro? Do you remember? I'm going to take you back to the Attitude Era. Do you remember telling non-wrestling fans, you got to see this? No. If you just watch you got to see this, knowing if they watch this, they're going to be wrestling fans. Like, you knew it, right? Oh, bro, Taker's got this brother now, Kane. You got to see this. Can you imagine now telling a non-wrestling fan to watch this show?
No.
Bro, they would look at you after watching this like you are out of your mind.
Case in point, I have a really close friend who he's actually the vice president of the Bible seminary that I'm a professor at, the Bible college. And so we Marco Polo all the time and just and have conversations. And one of the conversations was about wrestling. And he said he said, I've never been into wrestling, but he respects the fact that, I've been in wrestling and I'm, being successful as a wrestling, podcaster. And, he said, he is inspiring as far as just really achieving my dreams and, grinding and writing all the years I did to get to the point where I'm at, blah, blah, blah. And he said he loves it. He totally supports it. And he's like, yeah, you know what? He's a huge nerd like I am, big researcher. And he was like, you know what? I've never been into pro wrestling. And if I get into it, I would want to like go way back and just spend hours and hours of researching so I can just get to the beginning. And Vince, I kid you not, I had to tell him, and he's a close friend. All right. He's the vice president of the Bible college that I work for. And I said, dude, like, don't do it. I said, don't do it, man. I said, if you start now, you don't have the time to make up and lost time and to go way back to the vault and to spend a lot of time to catch up. If you start now, this era is the worst era to catch up unless you just don't have time and you have all the time in the world to just binge. I would say, and I told him, I said, dude, you got to go back to probably the 70s, 80s era to get a good grasp of televised wrestling, to understand the angles and things like that, and a lot of the legendary references and things like that. But right now, you cannot jump into wrestling right now. And like my wife, like she was even years ago, she would watch wrestling just because I was. Like she would fall asleep most of the time, like 98% of the time, she would just fall asleep. But she just wanted to watch it with me. It's gotten to the point that my beautiful, lovely wife, who's loves spending time with me, she doesn't even watch wrestling anymore. She just goes upstairs and like does her thing and watches TV in the room. It's just like it's not even like, it's like I don't even, there's nothing I get from this anymore. Like it was just being around my husband and seeing if I'm into something.
Yeah.
But I think
that, bro, it's so funny because when I'm on live, like during, on YouTube and Twitch, I'll always get, what are your thoughts on Matt Riddle? And I'm like, bro, I don't think about Matt Riddle. I think about my wife, my kids, my dad, and my dog. Matt Riddle is not on the list of what I think about, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, and here's the funny thing. That wasn't always my story. You know what I mean? Like I would think about, compelling storylines. I would spend the whole week thinking like, man, I wonder how like Sting came from the rafters and I'm wondering how he's going to do this next week. And then Austin came out with the, Zamboni truck and, started to beer bath the McMahons. I wonder how that's going to turn out next week. There's no compelling cliffhangers anymore, Vince. Like there's no cliffhangers. And I've said this before, and I've said this plenty of times on the show. If I just jumped into wrestling right now, I don't even need to go back. Like I don't need to go back and study the past year of content because it's the same B-roll repeat over and over again stuff.
That was my whole feeling overall throughout this entire show. It's like I know I've seen this before. Like I feel like I'm watching a rerun.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over. And that's why I told my buddy, I'm like, look, if you want to get into wrestling now's not the right time. I would rather, you got to play catch up. To get here, you've got like 40 years of content to watch before you land here. And but within this current product, this current content, man, if someone's not willing to go and say, you know what, I'll just watch it, just kind of give me a Cliff Notes version. If someone asks me that, like, just kind of give me a synopsis of what the past year of watching wrestling is, I'll be like, no, I don't need to do that. Like, just watch it next week, and you'll see what happened the past week after week after week.
Yeah.
So over and over. Well, my man, let them know about the brand.
Wait, so just explain something to me. So now Drew is in the Money in the Bank match?
He's in the Money in the Bank match, yes.
Okay, all right.
So the last chance battle royal led to the last chance spot because Randy Orton lost his spot. The winner of the last chance goes over to the Money in the Bank match now. So Drew won the match. Now he's in the Money in the Bank match.
Okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I have two platforms. Real simple, bro. Just check them out, man. russosbrand.com and patreon.com/Russo TWC.
Absolutely. He's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. And I hope that you had. Oh, my God.
Yeah, bro, you had to give him that because we didn't even have a drum roll or anything today. Like no frills, bro.
No, man. It was just. I mean, they're booking our girl so badly, man. It's just
and then we had.
Yeah, it's some frail bounce. It's some type of bingo bouncy.
Terrible. What a disappointment.
Terrible, man.
All we have. Man.
Well, let's give we got to give them what they want, Vince. So if Raw couldn't do it, the WWE couldn't do it. Let's do it. We got to go left. Let's start left. We're going to give them the bounties that.
But give us the drum roll first.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
and
indeed.
then we'll do that. Right,
as we close out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Raw could not do this to you, but the Legion of Raw will not fail you. Here we go. Go left. Here we go. Brother. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did not get that. What a disappointment, man.
All right, he's Vince Russo. I'm Dr. Chris Featherstone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.